is Jerry Ransom, and I always like to say it's an honor for me to serve as the mayor of Greenville. We have over 8,000 platted lots and 1,000 apartments under construction. We have a number of other metrics that we use to track growth. All of those arrows are pointing up. If you look at those numbers and try to project where we'll be by the end of the decade, we could easily be 40,000 or 45,000 people by then. At the present time, we have one basketball court in the entire community. Less than 50% of 12-year-olds in Hunt County know how to swim. It's because we don't have a public pool any place where they can swim. From a recreational standpoint, we only have the Reese Davis. We spent $165,000 upgrading that facility with the understanding that if it continued to grow, if it continued to be busy, we'd look at the possibility of adding other facilities in the future. And that is exactly what happened. It's busy 12 hours a day. We have a lot of different programming that goes in there. Parks and Rec has a lot of things that are going on. We also support the Boys and Girls Club. Seniors come in the middle of the day, and it's just filled with activity. About a year and a half ago, we decided we would do a survey to see how the citizens felt about a new rec center and facility. 80% of the people felt like we could support and wanted a recreation center, and 50% said they would support it even if it raised their taxes. And so with that going on, the city decided to hire an architect to help us do a plan to develop the rec center. And that's where we are today. It will be on the ballot in November. Early voting starts October the 23rd, and the general election day is Tuesday, November 7th.
Reese Davis will be an expansion project. So the proposal is that we're going to add 26,000 square feet to the existing facility, which will add a fitness center, another gym, classroom space, and then update the existing facility, and of course additional parking that'll have to come with that as well. So it'll really give us the ability to offer some more diverse senior programming and allow us to give us more space for the mornings for seniors. We got Boys and Girls Club there that's there in the afternoons, and then families and individuals in the evening. Some of the upgrades, the most needed is parking. What we're looking to do is to add additional parking on the southwest side of the baseball fields, and then light our soccer field, put a skate/pump track out there for all our skateboarders and bicyclists, and really try to have something for everyone. That facility will be located on the northwest corner of the sports park. It'll have an indoor pool for lap swimmers, and then senior aerobics or senior hydrotherapy, and then a recreational pool area for recreational use for kids and swim lessons and those type of things. It'll have a wellness partner that will offer physical therapy. It'll have a child watch area for parents who want to use the exercise facility. It'll have an indoor playground, indoor gym with a walking track, and then of course then you get to the gym, which is probably the bulk of that facility. It'll have basketball courts, volleyball, pickleball, and then 2 of those courts will be turfed the majority of the time. When you're looking at a resident, youth or senior, starts in that $15 to $20 a month range, and then a family of 4 or more, is in that $50 to $60 a month range.
So those 2 sides of your tax rate are going to be your M&O side, which is your maintenance and operations. And what that funds is in your general fund, anything as far as operating expenses for certain departments, and that's going to be things like your personnel, your salaries, your benefits, your supplies, your repairs and maintenance, your contract services. And then the departments that the general fund supports are going to be primarily your police and fire, then your culture and recreation, so things like Main Street, Parks and Recreation, the library, and then a slew of kind of other core functional departments like your HR, your finance, your city management, city secretary, your engineering, your streets, your traffic, and so that's everything that's being supported by the M&O. On the other side, your INS, which is your interest in sinking, that just supports your debt service payment for everything encompassed in the general fund as far as historical debt. So I like to think of it as two buckets that make up that tax rate: your M&O, your INS, and then that's how you get to the tax rate. The debt that we would add with this facility and with the Reese Davis expansion is estimated to be about 5.8 cents on the INS tax rate. So we essentially plan on moving that from our M&O rate over to the INS so that you still can keep a flat property tax rate while still affording the debt service payment. Your second biggest pool of revenue for the general fund is your sales tax. And as we've seen the past 5 years, in the past 2 to 3, we're seeing just tremendous growth in our sales tax. As we've seen growth in the Greenville area, the Hunt County area, we're capturing a lot of people coming to Greenville to spend their money, and so we're getting that sales tax.